Welcome to this brand new case in which today we're out in the field at Parque Warner in Madrid for our first ever visit to see just how good is Gotham City Escape. So grab your magnifying glass and join us as we investigate. We are here today on a Saturday at Parque Warner near Madrid in Spain as part of our many Spanish investigations, and we've just been on Batman Gotham City Escape. However, we have yet to discuss it with each other. I said wait till we get off the ride. So I'm about to get Detective Whitmore's first ever reaction live. I know she likes it, I just don't know where it lies. And just to preface this, Sammy's favourite ride ever is Taron at Phantasialand in Germany, which I did, and I didn't think it was good as Velocicoaster. Yes, I brought the t-shirt for today. So, what did you think of that new Intamin Blitz?
Still processing it a lot.
Also, we're on the front row, luckily. I can't believe we got that.
I loved it a lot. If it's gone straight to like the top somewhere.
Yeah!
I don't even know what to say. I'm just like, I loved it. I haven't loved a coaster like that in ages.
Yeah.
Ages, because obviously I went on Voltron and I was like, and I went on Hyperion and I was like, but I feel like this has been less hyped, but it's way better.
Yeah, finally. We had the opposite effect. There's a lot of negative talk around the speed of it, and I know the operations can be not so great. But for me, the speed of it was great. It didn't need to be fast. It worked with the story.
Yes.
For like the top hat, you're held at the front, and because we were at the front, we were just dangling for ages, and like the inversions were slow, the stall was slow, and the speed of it worked.
I thought I was going to really dislike the top hat being that slow, because I hate when you lose the momentum, especially in a launch coaster where you flying around and then it's like. But it worked. Well, it did at the front anyway. I don't know if it would be the same elsewhere on the train, but. And the stall was mad.
Oh, multi-launch, isn't it? Yeah, you got the first launch out the station. Oh, also, story-wise, is great. So the whole story, if you don't know, Wayne Manor is open to the public. You're doing a tour. You're queuing outside, and then you batched into a pre-show, which is when you first enter the manor, which is a great facade, great initial room, isn't it? And then Wayne speaking, saying, "Hey, welcome to the tour. The guide's going to take you through." Then the Joker interrupts. He puts some laughing gas into the room. And then they do this emergency protocol thing in which I assume the bookcase secret door opens. It was already open, which is a shame, but still, I love the idea, and if it was working, I get that would be really cool. And then he says, "Oh, I've got an emergency protocol for this," so you head through. Obviously, at that point, if you were an actual guest, you'd be like, "Oh, he's Batman," and it would ruin it for you. That's a stall. Oh my days. You'd then know he's Batman, but then there's a massive set piece. Yeah, the Batcave is a massive set piece, and obviously it's there because people want to see it, but it fits into the story. It's not just plonked and unnecessarily.
We went through it too fast for me. I was like, I want to see it.
Because we were at the front of like the pre-show because we were first to be batched into the actual pre-show room. So first then going through that area and obviously straight on, but it worked out in the end. I wouldn't change it because we got front row on it.
Yeah.
And it was incredible.
The station is like in an unused subway.
Yes.
Escape.
Getting into the Batmobile itself, which looked great. Like, it was so good.
I'm obsessed with that, and I love Batman as well, so that helps a lot.
Yeah, when everything ties together, I thought that'd be the case. Because when everything ties together in terms of a great ride, great area, great theming, great story, it all works together. It's the complete package, and that's what you want. And I can't wait for you to do Velocicoaster because you love Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, and I can't wait for you to see that. But that is great.
Taron for me has still got like that overly, like you can't see anything else. Like
yeah,
you're
I get
in that world for the whole ride, and I always think that's why, and the night ride is why it sits at the top for me. But this is up there. Definitely.
There's a nostalgia element to it and a personal attachment to it. Like, I love Wicker Man because I've had so many good memories on it. Same with Nemesis, but I realise and appreciate they're not the best rides that I've ridden, like statistically. But you have memories attached to it. But that was superb.
Your list
exactly. We all have our own opinions, and I'm glad that we both agree on that. That was bloody good. There's so much more for us to do here today. Loads more coasters to get on. Saturday's the plan. Get on all the coasters, do some more unique attractions, and we're determined, hopefully destined to get a night ride on this later on because it should be dark by the time we get here. So fingers crossed we get in that queue before park close, and we will get on it again today because that is worth it.
We are getting on that again.
We're not missing that again. Right, let's go look around this area. It looks awesome. I really don't want to say the name of this ride because I'm confident that I'd get it wrong. Basically, we've just done the Superman-themed B&M Flawless Coaster. And after riding Gotham City Escape, there's not really much to say on that, is there?
It's alright.
That's the problem though, isn't it? When you come to a park and there's a standout headline attraction, you really want to get on it and make sure you get on it, and then everything else you're like, oh, it's not going to be as good, and that wasn't as good. A little bit of intensity near the front, no theming because it's just all slapped at the back, so you can't even see it off ride really from where we are now. Lovely little plaza area in the sort of Metropolis area, is that right? Metropolis?
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
I've done Flawless before.
I haven't.
It's cool. You've not. What did you think?
Just felt like a little dive coaster without the dive.
The guys looking at us are wearing Intamin jackets, and I don't know whether they're actually from Intamin or just fans.
Intamin. There's a reason why this is 5 minutes.
Yeah, not ready for this, are you?
I've done one.
Oh, I mean, I'm not ready for this. But you know what to expect.
I know what to expect and feel.
Well, it's 5 minutes. It's the shortest queue of a coaster. We need to get it done.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Enjoy.
I said, should we do it again whilst it's on a 5-minute queue? And you said?
Never again.
You swore. She did swear as well, which we can't do. Yeah, that's a lot, isn't it?
But I don't like going backwards on loops like that, and it's a lot. And the vertical start when you're facing forward on an invert is disgusting.
Oh, it's crazy. It was really weird to
like readjust my pelvis a bit.
Yeah, it's weird to
hurting.
It's weird to be held in that position for so long, and then on the far end of it, the fact that you're then held but like looking upwards and then drop. Genuinely, I think if it was smooth, I'd really enjoy it. I like the concept of it. It's just not done well.
Yeah,
would you agree?
Honest, it wasn't as rough as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But I did have I pinned my head to the side because I know that helps me.
And I pinned my head forward and I held on. I wouldn't normally hold on, but I held on because I was like, I want to be safe.
You're holding on that.
Yeah.
You were not holding on.
So it wasn't as bad as I thought, but that's probably because I expected the worst. And I did what I could to make sure it was as pleasant as possible.
Yeah. The one I've done before has different seating to that one.
Yeah, you had front and backwards, you said, right?
Yeah, I think they faced each other. Or you went like back to back. There was definitely like you could go forwards or backwards to begin with. Whereas that one, you have like two in the front and two in the back. So it means we were either side of the back, weren't we?
Yeah, so we couldn't see each other.
I had to like basically sit on someone's lap to get to my seat.
Yeah, I went all the way round because I was like, my bag's not going to fit through this. It was a bit weird batching. It's called Stunt Show, which makes sense. Stuntfall, sorry, yeah, which makes sense in the sense of, we're in like a movie theme park.
Yes.
And the facade at the front of this, like the street, is very like, Universal Orlando, like, hey, this could be a set, which is cool. It works.
Thing, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it's like a backlot thing. That's exactly right. That makes more sense.
The word,
yeah, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but equally it wasn't great.
It just feels weird. It just feels horrible.
It's odd. It's an odd one. And I've just realised that we have looped back to the start, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've done the clockwise round. Thus, it is not a big park.
No, which is good for my little feet.
Yeah, nice to have something small. And it means as well we don't need to be as circular as we were at Portaventura. Yeah. If we see a short queue, we're going to get in it.
Yes, basically.
Which is what we're doing now, because Scooby-Doo Dark Ride was on 60 minutes and now it's on 25.
Yeah.
And also the B&M Invert, which is Batman themed as well, is it was on like 45 minutes.
Yes.
And we think that's because Gotham City closed. So again, good job we got on Gotham when we did.
That was why I said we have to get it as soon as we get here, because it is not reliable, although I think it's going back round now.
I could hear something, but I thought it was the B&M.
No, it definitely went on the top half.
Good. Hopefully it opens later for our second round.
Yeah, it will do.
That was Aventura De Scooby-Doo, which I suspect translates...
Adventures, I guess.
Scooby-Doo Adventures, yes. An interactive dark ride. So when it was a dark ride, I had a big queue earlier. But it was interactive, which I was very surprised at. And because it's just the two of us, we managed to sneak on and jump ahead of a few people. So it didn't wait the 25 minutes that it was. I don't think it was a 25-minute queue, but man, there's a lot of cattle pens in there, and that's inside. Yeah. And there's a queue outside, so that probably gets big queues in peak summer. Especially if you want to get out of the sun, right? I imagine it's a big hot topic. But I thought it was okay. Very old school, lots of sort of flat panels with the theming, weren't they?
I love an old school dark ride with all the bright colours and the...
Very neon.
Yeah, I love that.
And a few sort of little jump scares and a bit of a story with it.
Every time you shot something, like a ghost or a monster of some sort would come out.
Yeah, which was nice little touch. It was cool. I enjoyed it for what it is. I enjoy it for its age. But personally, I just absolutely fell in love with Street Mission.
Yeah.
Been spoiled with probably the best dark ride in the country, I imagine. Can't be much more better than Street Mission, right?
Yeah, probably not.
No, I can't think there's going to be much better than that, but
I don't think there's
it's cool.
Rides in Spain.
Yeah, which is surprising considering the heat outside. I mean, we've seen people with coats on and like, it's 20 degrees, God. But it's just your body, isn't it? They're not used to...
People are layered up.
Yeah, we're not used to warm weather, whereas we could be outside in 10 degrees or less and be like, yeah, it's all right. So, it's what it is. It's what we're used to. This is not our usual habitat. However, it looks like the wooden coaster is open, so maybe we'll ride that. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Let's see what happens in this next clip. I can't remember how to pronounce the first word of this ride.
All that matters is bip bip.
Yeah, it ends in bip bip because it's a Wile E. Coyote themed ride with little Roadrunner bits around it. And you know what? It's really fun, actually. It's a Mack Rides Youngstar model, so similar to Pegasus at Europa Park, which we both did for our first times this year. Yeah, and those trains were really good. This train was really cool. It's Wile E on the front of a sort of rocket ship thing as he's going around the
like an
Grand
Acme
Canyon.
Dynamite.
Yeah, just like the cartoons. Oh, it's very nostalgic. And they are smashing through these batches as well. Like the train's waiting on the brake run just because there's constantly people getting on it, and I think they're doing really well with that actually.
Yeah.
And the profile as you said on that after that first drop was crazy. Reminds me of Spinball Whizzer.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bug on the screen. Oh, there we go. You know, like in Spinball Whizzer, when the big bit just before you get your photos taken.
Yes.
It's kind of like that, wasn't it? Where you're basically on your side.
Like it's not as like.
No, it's not as intense or anything, but it was kind of crazy. Yeah, I enjoyed that though. I thought it was really good.
I liked it.
Oh yeah, we didn't get on the wooden coaster as you can see because this was 5 minutes, and earlier in the day it was on 30. So now that we've got an idea of the sort of max times for various rides, we know a bit better what to prioritise and what to do when. So I don't know what will be next, but there is a bug. Oh, it's a spider.
It's the tiniest spider I've ever seen.
I don't know if we'll... Oh, it's doing a dangle. Ooh. Like, let me get some of that. My very good friends Josh and Zoe named any spider they see, they've given it a name, so that then when their daughter Ren sees the spider, they refer to it as the name of the spider. So Ren thinks it's always the same spider, and therefore she doesn't get scared of spiders because she's like, oh, it's that friendly spider.
Cute.
Yeah.
Big ones are always called Boris, aren't they?
Boris?
You always call a big spider Boris.
I've never heard that before.
Well, you do.
All I can think of is our ex-Prime Minister, Boris.
Yeah, but the Boris the spider came first.
Okay, good to know. Oh, look at the Superman cape. Another very well themed queue line. I wonder whose cell this is.
I love this so much.
This is cool, isn't it? So this was the standout attraction before Gotham came along. The queue line said 40, the app says 15. We are walking on this. We are doing well today, aren't we? So I don't know if we could hear ourselves in the last clip, but basically, the sign says 40 minutes, the app said 15, we walked straight onto it. Straight onto the back row, and we didn't sit together. No. You sat on the far left, I sat on the far right, because they're the extremes of a B&M invert, and I wanted to make the most of it.
Yeah.
And that was actually really good. It was intense, and you still prefer Black Mamba.
Black Mamba's still my favourite.
And I still prefer Nemesis Reborn.
That's my second favourite.
But it was a decent invert. And as you saw from the queue line, it's great, it's so well themed. Like, this was the standout attraction here for a long time until Gotham City came along. Hey, Intamin, we're Intamin, we're going to come and slap all over this B&M invert, and they did, so... Yeah, that was actually really good, and it's about to go past now. There's many reasons why I love Nemesis, as explained before, in many various cases. I think I love just the interaction through the rock work and all through the chasms that they've like exploded into, and I love all that, and I think you like Black Mamba for similar...
Terrain inverts are the better ones.
Yeah, that's it, terrain inverts, that's better than what I was saying. But this was decent for what it is, yeah. So, good theming, very good theming, great queue line. Don't know what's going on with the timings, but we got a walk on, so I'll take that any day. Doing very well today.
Them screens, right?
Yeah.
Take the app.
app makes more sense, right? We think the app makes... I don't know who is in charge of that, but just the app was like, this was updated a minute ago, and I was like, right, okay, that feels a bit better. And we didn't know how long the queue line was, but we could see lots and lots and lots of cattle pens going through it. So we were like, well, we can't see anyone. We can hear people. It got to a point where I was like, we're going up the stairs, and I think we're probably nearly there. And then we walked straight on it, so... Yeah, happy days. We thought we had our lunch sorted, and unfortunately, we do not.
No, because the app will say some things are open and they're not. The website will say different things are open and they're not. And also the menus that are online aren't necessarily the ones that are on. So when you're like me and you have a specific diet and you try and plan in advance and you're like, it's okay, I can eat at that place. You go to that place and it's closed. So then you go to the other place that says it can cater to you and then it doesn't, and it's just frustrating.
Yeah, and I realise the caveat is we'll bring your own food then, which we can do, but it's difficult when we don't have a fridge in our room, and also we're supporting the parks by eating in the parks.
In advance, so I knew there was options, but sadly they're not open, or the places that said they have options are running a completely different menu to what it says. Yeah. Like there. So we went in there, which was supposed to have similar options to the other place that was closed, but it's just pizzas and sandwiches of a bacony and cheesy variety, of which I cannot eat. And I don't eat meat myself, so we're limiting our limitations already, unfortunately. Yeah, so we'll go and see if there's somewhere else open, even if I can just have some chips. Yeah, fingers crossed we find something. Ever waited that long for food in my life. Ever. We started looking for food over an hour ago. At an hour and 25 minutes ago. And we've been in there for like 45 of those. 45 minutes to wait for this. Mediocre slot. I don't understand why that system was so bad, but that was the worst food experience we've had. I think if I talk about it too much, I'll get wound up, so we'll just eat it and crack on. Yes, let's do that. Fuming. Long story short, the app didn't match up with what was open and what the menus offered. We went to guest services to say where is vegan food that we can eat. Because I was just walking around and it was wasting my time. And we finally found somewhere. Ironically, it's at the Pig Diner. But anyway, we're going to eat this now. We've got 2 hours left to park because we've wasted an hour and a half finding food. It better be edible. We'll go with edible. Yeah, there you go. Last credit of the day for us to collect at this park because the wood is still closed. Yeah, it's still shut. This is a normal size drink. It's massive, 75 centilitres. No, I'm just small. Oh yeah, you're just small. Next to the Tom and Jerry ride, which is really cute actually. In that the theming is all large, as if we were small. Tom and Jerry size. Yeah, there's like ants and Well, I feel like the ants aren't really to scale. No. The rest of the thing. If you look at the banana, behind you and the ants there, they are giant ants. Yeah, like Jesus. They'd like rip your eyeball out, wouldn't they? Questionable Fallout-esque ants. Decent little ride though. Yeah. The sound of the train's very odd, isn't it? Yeah, very. It's like a wind tunnel. Yeah, and what I do like though is the bent fork on the front of the train. That was cute, wasn't it? Yeah. Nice. Last train done for us, last coaster done. 2 more flats we want to get on. And then a dusky night ride on Gotham City Escape is the plan. 3 flats? Yeah. What have I missed? Madhouse. Yeah. Top spin. And you want to do the shot tower? Why not? I didn't think you would. Why? Because you don't like them. But we've done the other 2 at the other 2 parks. I know, but I don't know if you're that brave. I don't. Alright, let's go do them then. She's decided. This is a nice little themed area, isn't it? Yeah, I love it. I love the little western area. It still feels a bit Halloweeny, but also they've put Christmas up. Yeah, the park is Christmas-fied, as you can see. By the Christmas train, everyone's favourite. Yeah, like there was some bits of this when I first walked in felt Halloweeny because of the orange light and the like dead corn, but I guess that's probably just here all the time. Yeah. And then the baubles on top kind of felt a bit weird. But there's loads of Christmas theming in here. There's like sleighs on the roofs and baubles everywhere. Oh, there's the Warrens thing. So there is a scare maze that we were considering doing. I don't know if it's permanent or what. But
we think we've missed it because we were spending so long trying to find food.
Yeah, so I missed Annabelle for mediocre burger.
Yeah, and also the reason we haven't been in here yet is because the wooden coaster, which is in this area, as you can see, isn't open. Although we just started testing, so somewhat confused and concerned.
Log flume here as well, just there.
Yeah.
But obviously that's not on because Spain doesn't like to do anything cold in November.
But Portaventura does, which is funny because Barcelona is further north and probably colder than it is here.
It's not, it's east, but closer to the coast.
Yeah, but it's more north towards the equator. No, I mean as in further away from the equator.
It's more south.
Barcelona is? That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's at the sea, and this is not at the sea, so that's where the sense is.
Okay. I don't know geography. Let's stop recording before you embarrass me more. Thanks for that. Look at all these lights at night out here in Gotham. Looking absolutely beautiful. Hello. It's been an eventful few hours, and so to catch you up, we started off with the Madhouse, which was hotel themed, wasn't it?
Yeah, like spooky hotel. The first little like areas in a lift, like it was giving a Tower vibes.
Yeah. So you don't want the shadow on your face.
Oh,
there
yeah.
we go. Which was
okay.
It was alright inside. I definitely prefer Hex. I've done so many Madhouses this year, and Hex is still the best one.
Yeah, still the best one.
By far.
And Drake Manor one is the second for me.
Yeah, actually, I'll give you that. It's got all the story and pre-show and stuff, and that one, maybe it makes more sense if you understand Spanish, but it just didn't blow me away. There was a lot of talking and narration through like the first part of the ride, wasn't there? Whereas I love with Hex, it's just like big, epic finale music, and it's stunning, that score. It's great.
Yeah, there just wasn't a lot of like, the room wasn't really well themed.
No, there wasn't really much to it.
Like nothing in the room did anything. Like a little ghosty lady at the end of the table glowed at the end. But it was fine.
Yeah.
It was a madhouse.
That was that. So the next step on our sort of finale journey was the top spin, whose name I can't remember, but all I remember from that...
Lex Luthor themed.
Yeah.
Inverter something.
Yeah, something like that. You'll see it in the B-roll, but unfortunately it broke down as we were on it, and we were locked in our restraints, and we were then panicking, thinking, we better not miss Gotham City Escape for this.
Yeah, because it said the queue closed at 7, even though the park shut at 8, and it got to like 10 to 7.
Yeah.
Panic.
It seemed like the multiple engineers were turning it off and trying to reset it.
Just let us off.
And eventually they did, thankfully, and we ran to Gotham City Escape, to which we then learned that they only closed the queue at like 7:30, but still. We can safely say we did get on Gotham City Escape, thankfully. Again, so our second ride of the day, it was a night ride. We were on the back row this time. So despite all the nonsense we had with like the food taking too long, trying to sort that out, getting trapped on the top spin, we ended up with a back row ride, which was phenomenal.
Lovely. Start the day with the front row, end the day on the back row.
Well, like feel very lucky to have been able to do front and back.
And back's insane.
Yeah, like you get pulled through everything. There's still the slowish bits, like the top hat, but it ties in with the story. It makes sense. Riding it again made me realise just how great it is.
Yeah, it was slow, but then once the front of the train got over it, I do feel like we came.
Yeah, I don't think there's any issue with pacing. I don't think it's too slow like some people seem to allude to. I appreciate it's the end of the day and it's going to be quicker, and that the back row is also going to be quicker, and you're going to get pulled through those different inversions and elements. But ultimately, it is a great ride. And to summarise the day here, it's a very good park. It's a well-themed park. Yeah. But by good park, I mean Gotham City is a fantastic area. Gotham City Escape is a great ride. If it wasn't for this, I wouldn't have been fussed about coming.
No.
Very simply, this is a top-tier ride, and I would recommend anyone come in to ride this. But otherwise, I'm surprised that the top-tier attraction before was Arkham, Shadow of Arkham, the B&M invert that we did earlier, the one that we walked onto. It's a great theming and it is a good ride, but like, it's not a top-tier ride. Gotham City Escape is.
But there's not many theme parks in Spain, so...
No, there's not. I mean, you've got this Portaventura or Parque Attractions.
It's a massive country.
And one in Seville as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's surprising that there's not more, but like...
Barcelona. No, not Barcelona. Benidorm, that horrible one.
I don't know what that is, but I would say out of the parks we've done so far, PortAventura was my preferred park.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Despite the fact that I preferred this area of Gotham City to the other areas, and I would place Gotham City Escape above any of the other coasters we've done so far.
Yes.
I love Shambhala, but I prefer full immersive themed story element coasters, and Intamin coasters seem to be my favourites.
Yes.
So that's my take on it all. The park itself, as I said, it's been alright. Some of the operations have been bad. The main issue we found is ride-ops not batching, really. People kind of go to where they need to go or want to go, and it's been a bit messy in parts. I wish there was someone just at the end of the queue line saying, you go there, you go there, you go there, but otherwise it's just a bit of a mad brawl.
Yeah, then you have to say a number. How many of you there? How many of you there?
That would be better. So it feels like the park is skimping out on ride staff, really. And obviously the food issues we dealt with before, that was very frustrating. Like, just have your apps aligned with what's actually going on in the park. It's not hard, is it?
The park wasn't mad busy today.
No.
But it still needed more food places open than what they had.
And it wasn't, I mean, we got everything done. We got all the coasters done, despite it not being busy. We lost over an hour and a half because of the food issue. In which we would have done Gotham City multiple times.
I had to wait 40 minutes. I'd ordered it. It's quick service. There's nothing quick about after you've ordered food, waiting 40 minutes. It wasn't like I was queuing to order for 40 minutes. Yeah. I'd ordered and was waiting for the food for 40 minutes.
Very poor service, unfortunately. But still, my summary is correct. Is it worth coming here for Gotham City Escape? Yes, 100%. Like, we don't need to question it. We will definitely be back tomorrow.
For a bit.
Whether that's going to be the evening or full day. I feel like we've done the park now. But we paid €10 for an extra day. So it's certainly worth us coming back, even for the evening, just to get like a night ride or two back on it. But that's for us to do. So for here, for PortAventura, for Port Corona Madrid, that is case closed. And I think then based on that there's going to be another case to start tomorrow. So we'll see you in the next one. And for now, case closed from here, Parque Warner. That's myself, Detective Miracle, and this is Detective Whitmore. See you next time.